The problem is, and this I want to be clear about, there are two governments. There's the government you know about, we elect and appoint. There's a shadow or secret government that is actually running this. And that is not a conspiracy theory. It's a fact. We can prove it. And what that means is, routinely, presidents, SecDefs, and others, they will get the most superficial information on this, whereas the code word level special access projects, top secret, special compartment information, is something they never can penetrate because it's operating outside the constitutional chain of command. I cannot say that more clearly. And that was the conclusion we reached in 1993. Not because I was Googling conspiracy theories, but because I met and briefed the director of the CIA, who told me point blank that he and the president were denied access. Okay, this is a serious problem for our country and for the world. So when the most important issue in the history of the human species comes up, and you have the rule of law completely subverted by an unelected, unsanctioned group, we can have our phones off. Then I think this is a real problem for us as a people. So I think that my biggest problem in the 35 years that I've been doing this is to get people to understand who are in high office that you're not going to get access unless you go do a workaround. And so what I've been trying to do is to be a bridge between, right now, over 760 top secret whistleblowers from every agency, Department of Defense, corporations, get their information to people in government, here and abroad, and particularly to people in national security and intelligence circles who want to know this information but are denied access. That is the primary purpose of why I left my medical career, to do it, because I realized they didn't have access, and it was a mistake that people were making to think they did. Now, this is something I would have not have known if I had not taken many, many meetings with key people in the Pentagon. We're talking admirals, generals, senior cabinet level people, ministers of defense elsewhere. And in every single case, sometimes in tears, they would say, we have no access to these programs, but we know they're going on. Now, this is a problem that has to get rectified if we're going to go forward as any kind of democracy. I mean, otherwise it makes a mockery of the rule of law. Okay, so that's the biggest problem, that people have wrapped in their minds around that. So what I would want to do, if I were the president, would to send out a special team of folks, this is happening, who do penetrate these covert programs based on the intelligence we have provided. And that is happening. So what you're going to see coming out from the White House and the Secretary of War and others is the tip of an iceberg that they now know is true. And it's probably a trial balloon, and it's probably testing of the waters and the markets and the public. But there's a lot more that they already have. You know what it is? I'm not going to betray any confidences on that. I'll simply say that they're in the right direction, and they have acquired material, let's say physical material and proof. And it's a lot more than lights in the skies that they released today, much more.